Well, what's happening, folks? Wegovy Steph here. As you can see, my bed is unmade, and there's some tennis shoes on the floor in the background. And the reason for that is because I get up at 3:30 in the morning and I go work out. And I hike and then I work out, and then I came home and I got caught up in the news and some other business related stuff. But anyway, happy Friday to all of my wonderful subscribers. Hopefully, you get an opportunity to see this. It's been some time since I've been able to record early in the morning just because of everything going on, or faithfully every Friday, like I promised to do. Please don't hold that against me. But here I am. Okay, so I saw a new subscriber and I saw a question about any type of belly issues, any gastrointestinal disturbances, bloat, things like that. When I first started Wegovy, I didn't have bloat or anything, or maybe it was bloat. I just didn't associate it with that because when I hear bloat, I always think, oh my goodness, I'm going to have gas, right? But no. But I did go through a period where like I was constipated and I actually had to do a cleanse in order to get myself moving regularly. And that was earlier in the year, and I haven't had any issues since then. Maybe one other time where I kind of had some pain, just discomfort, like I really had to go, but I couldn't. But other than that, I haven't had any problems with it. I will. Oh, here we go with the yawning. I'm telling you, I think it's because I get on the camera and all of a sudden I get sleepy. But I will tell you, and you can check with your doctor to make sure that this works for your particular situation, is that drinking a lot of water, eliminating even eliminating the things that are like Splenda and aspartame, all that kind of stuff, sweet and low, and things that have sugar in them. You want to kind of really try to get rid of that because, as you know, sugar goes into the intestines and it creates gas. It's creating the breakdown of food, or the ability to break down food, and it releases gases. And so, yeah, so you either fighting or you're not, right? So just drinking a lot of water and really cleaning out as much sugar as possible from your system probably would help out. So I have some workout clothes here, and I really wanted to kind of share like what my arms look like now after, what is it, the 50-pound weight loss. And by the way, I'm sitting steady at 220. Haven't had anything this past week or the last time that I reported that change. And it's because there's some days that I eat, and excuse me, you also have to remember that working out and lifting weight builds muscle. Muscle's heavier than fat. But your clothes can fit differently, even if you're not necessarily losing those numbers on a scale. I early on had made the suggestion, this don't get on a scale, but for some people it's good. But you have to understand the principle that muscle weighs more than fat. Okay. So if you're taking Wegovy and you're working out, but you're not seeing any numbers move on the scale, but you put your clothes on, you're like, boy, this fits better. What you're doing is working. Okay. So that's really, really important for you to understand. Okay. So I want you to see my arms here. There's my arms. See, I got the jiggly puff. I didn't always have that. Matter of fact, if I kind of flex a little bit here, I used to have some really nice arms because I used to be all about that bodybuilding lifestyle. Oh, let me tell you what I did incorporate into my workout. And it may sound counterintuitive to me telling you be careful with the sugar, but I tell you this because I'm working out and drinking water, and my body is using what I'm about to tell you about as using it as fuel. So my A1C level is good. Again, I'm losing the weight. So I have incorporated Extend back into my workout. I had stopped taking it for a couple months, but Extend, that's XTEND. It's a branched chain amino acid. as well as a scoop of L-carnitine. You can get L-carnitine powder or in a liquid form, either one, but they kind of help facilitate, the fat burning process, and I don't drink it every day. I mix it in a 33-ounce bottle of smart water, and I can sip on that all day long. And what I'm trying to do, because I'm older, I'm already losing muscle, right? But I'm lifting, and whatever gains I get from lifting, I want to keep them. And so that's why I'm taking in a branched chain amino acid. Again, for those of you who are new to the channel or watching this for the first time, there was a point in my life where I thought I was going to do master bodybuilding competition. And so I would like to say, knowledgeable on supplementation and taking things that kind of enhance your ability to work out well, or could again enhance your body's ability to break down fat. So biggest thing though, I will tell you, even when I wasn't drinking it, is drinking water. Water is like the key. Now, I know some people have drinking room temperature lemon water in the morning to kind of cleanse the system out, and I used to do that, but I kind of steer away from that, because if I just drink some water, I know I'm flushing out whatever is in my body from overnight and sleeping and all that before I break my fast, right? This morning I had a banana when I got home, and I'm actually kind of hungry right now, and I usually am not hungry in the morning like that. I'm just not, but today I am. So I think I'm going to go to a place called First Watch. I know First Watch has a couple of establishments in different states. I know there was one in Texas. I'm out here in Arizona, but First Watch has a Power Bowl, it has quinoa, it has two eggs of your choice. I think it's turkey or chicken sausage. It has feta, and it just has like some nice vegetable, cremini mushrooms, spinach, peppers, onions, garlic. And it's just nice and light, and I can fuel myself for the morning, and I can keep it going after that. So that's probably what I'm going to do when I get off here. But let me also tell you that today, with my workout, I did not go hike this morning. Excuse me. I did get up and I went to the gym first, because my big toe is kind of hurting me, and I think I might be developing an ingrown toenail, and I could just feel, when you walk, you kind of get that pressure, and it was a little discomfort, and I didn't want to get myself caught up on Tumamoc and have trouble getting back down because of how you walk. So I'm going to go to my podiatrist, which I just like to go and I go to all sorts of specialists just because I want to keep the Ferrari in good shape, right? But I moved here and I met this wonderful podiatrist, and I'm going to go see him and have him explain to me like what happened, and if he can, if he determines that it is an ingrown toenail, which it doesn't look like it. That's why I'm kind of saying it, but it feels like what an ingrown toenail would be. Maybe he can kind of help me out, so I'm not feeling that discomfort. But anyway, getting back to Wegovy. So I'm my experience so far, and I'm at week 27, it's been very good. I haven't really experienced, like I said, the side effects that a lot of people were saying they were experiencing when Wegovy was being tested, and then when it first came out. And I'll say it again, I believe that a lot of the people who were experiencing that may have been taking a higher dose to start off than they should have been, because there was a shortage. But I remember my first time going to pick it up, they only had the 2.7. And I was like, what am I supposed to do with this now? I haven't even taken, the 0.5 or the 0.25, whatever that first dosage was. And they were like, well, we don't know when it's coming in. And so just a little bit of a hint here. I looked at the expiration date to see when they expired. And so that 2.7 in January was slated to expire in October of this year. So what I did was got my entire course of Wegovy up to the 2.7 at one time. And I'm glad that I did that, because there were shortages of it. And so I got it, and of course, the expiration date was months beyond, where I would, even the use day. So in October, I'll have to go get a 2.7 refill that will carry me until January the 1st of 24. So anyway, yeah. So like I said, I haven't really had any of the side effects. I've been very careful with, again, that water intake. I just, water, you need it. And water is not like my first go-to drink. Like I want to have iced tea or lemonade. My Achilles heel when I was much larger, or prior to this weight loss, and even when I lost the 90 pounds years ago, was juices and sweet drinks. Those type of things put poundage on you so fast. So again, cutting that sugar out of my diet, going to unsweetened tea. And it's really funny. Like I kind of think about me as a kid and who I am now. And as a kid, if you told me you can't drink no more juice, you got to drink a lot more water and all that, I would have been finding some way to get that juice in, right? But now, like I had no control, right? But now I think I have better control because I can say, I want to lose weight more than I'm going to have this drink here. So in my mind, when I go get something to drink, I'm like, boom, let me just get a water or something like that. Another thing that I've been drinking is San Pellegrino, just plain old San Pellegrino. There is something that happens here with the fizz, with the carbonation, you know what I'm saying? And I just enjoy it, and all it is mineral water. But I drink a bunch of that. And again, I drink smart water. I buy the 15 bottle case, 15 33-ounce bottles. I get a couple cases of that, and that's what I drink. And occasionally I might treat myself and have a Diet Coke, or I might have the other day I was in the store and I bought a strawberry Fanta, which is like 3,000 milligrams of sugar per sip, But what I did was I poured about that much. I had it a couple of days. So I poured about that much in this. This is my Yeti from where I got my car from. But I poured that in, and then I filled the rest up with ice and San Pellegrino, and it just was enough to flavor it. And I sipped on that. Now, listen, I sipped on it all day. Now, most people tell you, try to get a gallon in. Of course, this is not a gallon. This was my treat drink. It's just getting a little bit of sweetness in there, just a tiny bit. But I monitored the sugar that I was taking in while I was eating. And then I was actually drinking the bottles of smart water, because in my head, I'm like, okay, go grab a bottle and go get it. And that's a discipline, right? Like, it's difficult, I know, for a lot of people to just get some water. Unless, I'm in Arizona, it's been like 112 degrees every day for the last like 3 weeks. So it's really hot to just getting it in. But most people are not just being like, I'm just going to go, drink water. Most people aren't. They like, we're American. Well, most of us are American, and we have adapted to taking in sugar. But I will tell you, again, get yourself in this mindset. I want to lose weight, and I want this Wegovy to work for me more than I want that temporary sugar fix. I don't care how strong it is. If you got to tell your family, hey, look, I'm gonna have an attitude for the next 2 weeks while I detox off of the sugar, then you need to do that, because most people who are on Wegovy were put on it by their doctor because other means of losing weight were not working, and they want you to lose weight. They need you to lose weight. Okay, that's typically what we see with people on Wegovy. You're not going to find a 150-pound, 5'7" woman who works out on Wegovy. They're just not going to be on it for those reasons. So again, purpose in your head that the end goal is that you want to be, I don't know, let's just say 150 pounds. I want to be 150 pounds. Well, how are you going to do that? The only way that you're going to be able to do that is by cutting out sugar, running at a reduced caloric intake, and getting some workout in your life. Okay, and you'll see the results that I think that you're looking for. So anyway, yeah, I'm just rambling here, and I'm glad to be on Friday because it's really funny. I came back in the house and I was taking care of some business stuff, and I was reading the news, and I was like, oh my goodness, it's Friday morning. Why am I not on on the live? And by the way, I do want to thank everybody because I believe I may have made it to, let me see. I think I made it to 50 subscribers. If not, I'm at 49. Let me see what I'm at. Because it'd be nice to know. I have 50 subscribers. Thank you, you, and thank you, and you, and you. Thank all of you for subscribing. Please continue to encourage people to drop in the chat. I'm super excited about having 50 followers. Now I'm going to be able to go and hike and talk to you versus recording and then uploading a video. So that should be a lot of fun. And maybe what I'll do is try to incorporate some meal choices just so that you can kind of see what's going on. I hang out with the Golden Girls. That's my mom and her friend here, and they like to eat lunch. I do too, but that's kind of the thing. So I'm at the mercy of where they want to go because I want to make sure that they're celebrated and get what they want. But anyway, maybe I'll kind of do that. I'll probably get the camera and record in the gym. I know they don't typically like people to record in the gym, but I'll find myself a nice little corner so that I'm not exposing anybody and anybody other than myself. And I'll just kind of show you what I do and how I work out and where I'm walking. I like to in the morning show you pictures of how beautiful Tucson is at sunrise, but I think I'm gonna do a special live and record or give you everything from the very top so that you can see what that looks like. Okay, so that's all I have for you today or this week. I really, again, just cannot thank you enough for getting me to 50 subscribers. Drop in the chat things that move you while you're working out. So tell me what you're struggling with. Tell me, if it's just motivation, maybe it's some headspace that you need to get into. I've even addressed this earlier. A lot of times we are suffering from the effects of some type of trauma, right? You eat for comfort, and now we're in this weird position. Boom, we got to lose this weight. Let's talk about that in a safe space here, and let's help encourage each other, uplift each other, and share the love and the wealth of information that you may have from your experience on Wegovy, so that other people can kind of work with their doctor and say, hey, I heard Wegovy Steph say this. What are your thoughts on this, doc? You might say yay or nay, but let's at least put the information out there so we can help each other. And as usual, I want you to make sure that you love and care for yourself first, and then be intentional and purposeful on loving each other. Have a great Friday and an even better weekend, and Wegovy Steph out. Peace.